What's up, shit stains? JJ back here. It's time to give you a free play for Friday, May 17th. It's going to be between the Mariners and the Twins. Marco Gonzales versus Martin Perez. Seeing the line right now, Twins minus 120. The total is 9. I'm also seeing a lot of 8.5 as well. Actually seeing more 8.5 than 9, to be honest. It feels good to be back after a one-day hiatus. Feel refreshed, rock hard. Speaking of rock hard, did you guys catch Brook Lopez's playoff game last night? I'm sure you did. I know everybody and their mother watches the NBA and bets it for whatever reason. That big dope dropped 29 and 11. I'd have loved for like a GoPro to have been strapped to Brook Lopez's forehead after that game, because you know that ogre was slinging dick after that game, probably with like multiple hookers. Quite frankly, after that performance, he deserved it. And with how big that mofo is, I think he's 7 feet tall, you know he's packing meat. He's probably hung like a giraffe. Brook Lopez in his third leg probably killed a few women last night. I got the over-under set at 2.5 hymens. He probably shattered last night. It's not often you see an ageless wonder like Brook Lopez pour it on in a playoff game. Hopefully he took his twin brother out with him for the festivities, that retard Robin Lopez. Actually, never mind. That guy's got to be a complete cock block. Imagine being Brook Lopez, spitting game to a few chicks, and then your homeless-looking brother Robin shows up, and you have to like introduce that idiot to chicks that you're talking to. It's like he looks like he doesn't even shower. He probably smells like a queef. Look, I'm sure he's a really good guy, but Brook Lopez is really letting himself down, being forced to hang out with that moron. Also, not sure if you saw my dad's video yet, but he gave away a free tennis and a baseball play. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure you check it out. It's always good at minimum. For a few laughs, and of course he gave you some free plays as well. He's always talking shit about me, but look, don't worry, folks. I always get my shots in. I know it's a Shark Tank when I'm around him. It's eat or be eaten. I may take my shots, but don't worry. I fire bullets on the way down. Something I found odd about his video, maybe you guys noticed it too. At one point, he says, make sure you grab some breakfast to watch the upcoming tennis match. Grab your cereal. Mix in some blueberries. Blueberries are good. Who the fuck does he think he's fooling? Does he look like somebody who's eating blueberries? Maybe blueberry cobbler, if anything. He had a blue sweater on in the video, looking like that chick Violet from Willy Wonka. The one that turns into a blueberry. He's sitting there doing the vid with his blueberry sweater half unzipped, giving you guys a sneak peek to the chest, as if like chicks are watching the video soaking up. All things considered, though, quality vid, well worth the watch. He will also have a video for you guys on the Preakness tomorrow as well, where he might even give you another free play for baseball as well. So be sure to check that stuff out. So we grabbed the loss a few days ago with the Phillies, dropping the channel to 25 and 12 in MLB. I got to be honest, I enjoy the occasional losses. They make sure, they create better perspective. They can certainly make you cherish the wins more. When people go on big winning streaks, and we have on this channel gone on quite a few big winning streaks since the start, people start like thinking weird shit like unicorns exist. And I don't mean that it's more or less a metaphor, but what I'm getting at is, everyone in this industry wins and loses, as you all know, but when people win a lot more than they lose, a perception starts to occur with others who watch them or view them or follow them that like winning is common and it comes easy to them. Let me let you in on a little secret. Winning consistently is not easy, peeps. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of research that may leave you, that still may leave you on the short end of the stick, despite all that. The long short here is, don't ever take the wins for granted. Stay disciplined. As I always say, don't ever assume these wins come easy. Stay humble and always focus on the process. That's always my same message. Okay, on to the game for tomorrow night. 2 starts ago, we backed Marco Gonzales versus the New York Yankees in an under spot. We're going to do the same thing here, but this time I'm actually only going to do the first half. The play is going to be first 5 under 4.5. I'm seeing a bunch of different lines. I see better than EV at Pinnacle. I see a bunch of other. I know me at my books in Jersey, it's minus 107. But either way, I like the first 4.5 under 4.5. Here's the logic. For starters, no pun intended, I don't want to mess with the bullpens here. I don't mind the under 8.5 for the game, or even 9 if you see it. I would expect this to move back to 9. I am seeing 8.5 again in most spots, but I would expect a lot of public money to bring this back to 9. The bullpens for both of these teams are absolute dog shit. I don't want to lose a game late because of this. I know both of these offenses are scary, but here's the thing. The real scare from these offenses, and specifically the Twins, obviously the Mariners, talking here, is the home run ball. These teams have plenty of guys with home run pop. Both have good numbers versus left-handers, and both these pitchers are lefties. But here's the thing. These two starters in this game, Perez and Gonzales, have given up a combined 9 home runs in 102 innings of work. For those that can't do math or need a calculator, that's less than 1 home run every 11.3 innings between the two of them. Both pitchers are getting a tremendous amount of light contact this year and throw a lot of off-speed stuff. Neither will blow you really away with a heater. I know Perez's fastball is a little up this year, but neither of them will blow you away with a heater. But consistency has been big with both of them thus far. Martin Perez's early success this year versus previous years can be attributed to, as I briefly mentioned, an extra 2 miles an hour on his fastball and a newfound cutter that he throws about 35% of the time. He also dumped his slider, which was a shit pitch for him anyway. He's practically a whole new pitcher this year, so don't just look at his numbers and think that this is the Martin Perez that I know of old, who sucks, who blows, that his numbers are luck this year. He is practically a brand new, reinvented pitcher this year, and his advanced numbers back him up as well. Marco Gonzales, on the other side, is not a sexy pitcher either by any means. I mentioned this, in the video I did on him about a week and a half or so ago. He doesn't blow you away with heat, and certainly doesn't pile up Ks, but man, does he induce a lot of weak contact. As mentioned, he also is a much better pitcher at home. This may be because of the pitcher's park that T-Mobile is in Seattle. But regardless, he does throw a lot better there versus on the road in the last few years. Martin Perez has had one start all year where he's given up more than 3 earned runs, and Marco Gonzales is actually going 14 straight starts strong, going back to last year, where he has not given up more than 3 earned runs in a start. These are just two types of pitchers that really throw lineups off. And with 2 power bats, or 2 lineups with power bats as these two have, I would expect a lot of foolery to go on tomorrow with them swinging. I'm not going to say you're going to get a lot of swings and misses, but these two really have done a good job this year of painting corners and finding strikes. And again, just inducing a lot of weak contact. Game, as mentioned, will also be played at T-Mobile Park in Seattle, one of the best pitchers' parks in the American League. On the Twins side, there is also a chance Nelson Cruz does not play. He hasn't played in a few days. Even if he does play, though, I still have this favorable, just a tad more with him not being in the lineup. Look, this certainly could go over 4.5 in the first 5 if these pitchers make a few mistakes against, obviously, 2 lineups will pop. But the thing is, these 2 arms haven't made many mistakes to date, and I won't just assume that's going to happen tomorrow. These 2 teams do have good numbers versus lefties. But again, these are not 2 ordinary lefties. Also, as of this recording, there are 9 runs already in the first 4 innings of the game tonight. So people may just blindly bet this number over tomorrow. Just assuming, a lot of runs were already scored tonight and a lot of home runs as well. So sit on this a bit. Maybe you might be able to get a better price. You might not be able to get a better number here. It'd be tough for me to see this moving up to 5. For this to move up to 5 for the first 5 innings, a total of 5, this would have to move to 9.5 with juice in the over, which I don't know if it'll go that high. But either way, 4.5 is a good number here to get the under 4. And again, I'm seeing it all kinds of prices, whether it's dog money or a little bit of vig. Either way, it's favorable right now, but you may be able to get an even much better price by tomorrow with a lot of over money expected to come in here. Either way, that's the play. Under 4.5, first 5, Mariners versus the Twins, Marco Gonzales versus Martin Perez. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, as always, thumbs up. If you did not enjoy the video, I hope your house gets robbed tonight. Please drop comments below your thoughts of the video or any questions you have for the games for tomorrow. Between this video and my dad's video, we have 3 total plays for tomorrow. The most plays this channel's given out in quite some time, easily 2 or 3 weeks. So let's have a day, folks. Really enjoyed the comments you gave me on my last video. So let's keep the comments rolling, keep the activity going. As you guys can see, I always respond to you guys. So keep the comments rolling. I want to thank you guys for the loyalty again and the commitment to the channel. And my dad and I will both be back tomorrow with videos.